Ever feel like life's just, a bit overwhelming sometimes?
Hmm.
Or maybe you're just feeling ready for some personal growth. You're definitely not alone in that.
Not at all.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into something that gets talked about a lot, but maybe isn't always, fully understood.
Yeah.
Finding and understanding therapy.
Yeah, our goal here is really to cut through some of that noise, give you the essentials, the clear criteria you need for choosing a mental health professional.
Right.
We've looked at professional guides, health articles, real-world experiences, and pulled out the key stuff so you can feel more confident starting this.
Okay, good. So let's maybe start with some common myths,
Mm-hmm.
because there are quite a few.
Definitely. Our sources really stress this. Going to therapy, that's a sign of courage. It's hard work.
Not weakness.
Exactly, not weakness, not self-indulgence. And it's not just for people who've been through severe trauma. It's really for, average people dealing with everyday stress.
Or going through changes, wanting to understand themselves better.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And that courage, it's not just making the appointment. It's the courage to really look at yourself, maybe for the first time, in a space where you won't be judged.
That's a big step. And the payoff can be huge, right? What do the numbers say?
They're pretty compelling. Something like 75%, 3/4 of people in talk therapy see real benefits.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it helps you get insight, into your thoughts, feelings, actions. It's great for managing stress, figuring out relationship issues, communicating better.
Learning healthier ways to respond to things.
Exactly. And it's not just one-on-one. You've got couples therapy, family sessions, even group therapy as options.
Well, lots of potential benefits, which naturally leads to, okay, how do I pick the right person? That seems like where it gets tricky.
It can feel that way. Knowing the landscape helps. You've got different kinds of licensed professionals.
Like all those letters after their names.
Right. So you might see LPCs, licensed professional counselors, or LCSWs, licensed clinical social workers. They're often great all-rounders. Then there are specialists like LMFTs, licensed marriage and family therapists. They focus on relationships. LCDCs focus on chemical dependency, so addiction.
Got it.
And if you're looking at maybe needing medication or deeper psychological testing, that's usually a psychologist. They have a PhD, or a psychiatrist who's an MD, a medical doctor, and can prescribe meds.
That's a really key difference, the medication part.
Huge. And don't hesitate to ask any of them. Ask about their training, their background, experience, their license. It's totally okay.
So that's the who. What about the how? The different therapy styles.
Good question. Think of them like toolkits.
Yeah.
You've got CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. That helps you spot and change, unhelpful ways of thinking and acting.
Okay, changing patterns.
Right. Then there's DBT, dialectical behavior therapy. That one's really good for learning skills to handle intense emotions, build a better life, even when things are tough.
Just your concrete tools.
Exactly. And EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, that's often used for working through past trauma. The main thing is their approach should be evidence-based, proven to work, and it should fit your goals.
Makes sense. Okay, let's talk practical stuff, because the approach and the person might seem right, but then there's cost and scheduling.
The real-world hurdles?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You need to ask up front, what are the fees? Do you take my insurance?
And that Parity Act helps with insurance, right?
Yes. The Mental Health Parity Act generally means insurance has to cover mental health, like physical health, but still ask about coverage, co-pays, deductibles, all that.
What if insurance isn't an option?
Ask if they have a sliding scale based on income, or maybe lower cost options. Logistics, too, does their schedule work. Where's the office? Is online therapy an option?
Telehealth seems huge now.
It is, and research shows it's often just as effective, plus it's convenient. But beyond all that practical stuff, personal fit is just crucial.
Feeling comfortable?
Totally. Comfortable, safe, like you're actually being heard. It's okay to think about things like, does their age, gender, orientation, religion, race, ethnicity matter to you?
And can you ask if they have experience working with people like you?
Absolutely. Ask about their experience with people from similar backgrounds. You need to feel you can talk about really private things without holding back. That connection is key.
Okay, so say you've navigated all that, you found someone, you have that first appointment. What's that like?
Well, first, expect some paperwork. Standard stuff like HIPAA for privacy, maybe insurance forms, some basic medical history.
The usual intake stuff.
Right. Then it's really a get-to-know-you time for both of you. The therapist will ask about why you're there, your symptoms, your background.
And it's my chance to ask questions, too.
Yes, Definitely use that time. Ask about their approach in more detail, how long sessions are, what you can expect moving forward.
Good.
And remember, therapy isn't like a quick fix. It doesn't cure you. It's more about giving you tools, lifelong solutions, coping skills.
Building resilience.
Yep, exactly. And it's confidential. Legally, they have to keep things private unless there's an imminent danger. Oh, and one more thing. If it doesn't feel right after a few sessions,
It's okay to switch.
it's absolutely okay. It's actually smart. This is your process. Find the fit that works for you.
That's really empowering, actually. Knowing you're in control of finding the right support, being an informed consumer here.
It really is. Which kind of brings up a final thought. Therapy isn't really about getting fixed, right? It's about empowering you. Empowering you to gain insight, develop skills for this, constantly changing life we all live. So the question for you listening is, what steps might you take now to start that journey of self-discovery?